YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Kai's dad here. I'm hoping to get some of this situation fixed. I got all these cards right here that need to be organized. Now, a lot of those cards haven't got put away yet because the organization just takes a long time. I have tons of cards that I need to get organized. I need to get all of these ones organized in there as well. We've been going out to card adventures. We've been having a lot of Pokemon Thursdays that we've been opening cards for, and I'm finally trying to get things organized in binders. I know I've been telling you guys we're gonna get binders out, we're gonna show you what they are, and this is part of that step. I placed an order for some new binders. I've got the box out here, and this box contains a bunch of different cards. I have them kind of titled on the outside right there like that. We got Twilight Masquerades, Temporal Forces, Paldean Fates, Last One's Paradox Rift. All these right here in this slot are Twilight Masquerades. I don't have any of the Twilight Masquerades put in a binder, which is why I bought the new VaultX one. I can start the Twilight Masquerades collection master set in this new binder. That's very nice. Check out the binder video if you're interested in seeing an unboxing on these and a little bit more detail about this. Before we can do any of that though, we need to organize cards. So these are sorted in number order. We open packs faster than I can sort. I believe we have a little bit of Twilight Masquerades in one of these piles here, and these will need to be put into this box. Then I will have to go through these two boxes right here and find out if there's any Twilight Masquerades in those boxes, and then pull them out and sort them. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to take out all the Twilight Masquerades from these boxes and sort them, so that way I can put them all in this order. So that way I can start creating my master set, my master list of what I need, and make a checklist and put them all in the binders. So let's get started. I got this first box, and the reason I have these boxes here like this, these kind of small ones, is one, when we go on adventures and we buy packs and cards and we rip them on the adventures, I buy one of these boxes to transport them home. Now, this box, I don't know where it kind of came from or what cards are in it exactly. It may just be cards that we had from the studio area playroom that we open up cards in for Pokemon Thursdays on the KDM Adventures channel, and I put them in here to save them nicely and safely so we don't just have these stacks of cards everywhere that fall over and become a disaster and also get damaged. So I'm going to pull these out of here. Let's see what we got in here. They are sometimes a little bit tricky to get out because it's basically filled to the brim, which makes it hard to get your fingers in there without kind of damaging them. I got the gloves on because handling the cards a lot makes my fingers dry out. I don't know if that happens to everybody, but it certainly happens to me. We got a little stack right here. We're going to find out where these are from. These are from TEF. As you can see right there, it says TEF down there in the bottom. And that means that we've got Temporal Forces. And it looks to appear that they might even be, no, just kidding. They're not organized at all, except for that they are Temporal Forces. So that's good news. Man, a lot to go through here. I wonder if these are all TEF. That would be a little bit crazy. These are all Temporal Forces, which is good, but I'm trying to find Twilight Masquerades. These cards here, these are Paldean Fates. I try and divide them with these sort of code card things that we don't really use for much. They are good for the TCG live game. Let's see what else we got here. We've got Paldean Fates. Yeah, these are all Paldean Fates here. And I'm assuming that these are probably all going to be Paldean Fates down here at the bottom. Almost lost those on the ground. That wouldn't have been too good. Oh, you know what? These are part of Card Party number 2. Look at that. Card Party Gen 2. They're memories is what they really are. Even though they may not have any necessarily value to them, they have a lot of value to us for sentimental value. We're going to put all these back in this box, and I'm going to grab out the bigger box, and we're going to see if there are any Twilight Masquerades in there. I got the big box. Let's check these out here and see what we got in here. I have a feeling these might hold some Twilight Masquerade. I'm not entirely sure, but we're going to find out. These are SVI. That is Scarlet and Violet base set. We've got more SVI. We've got some hits. Some nice hits here. Look at this. We've got Full Art Corridon EX Secret Rare. Pretty nice from the Scarlet and Violet base set. I mean, just, you know, the artwork on it. The card itself is nice. I like that. That was like when Scarlet and Violet just came out for Pokemon cards, and it revolves around the game, which I play a little bit with Kai on the KD Gaming channel, and that's fun. Also cards that we are not necessarily looking for, because we're trying to find Twilight Masquerades. We do have a bit to organize. I'm finally getting to this. It's, you know, something that I haven't been keeping up on too well, but I am happy to get back into it and have some time here to be able to get this done. One of the reasons why I want to get this done is because we got card party number 3 coming up here soon. We want to try and fill some binders, and we're hoping to be able to complete some master sets at the card party 3 that we're going to be going to in Florida. Let's see what else we got in this box here. In this box here, we've got, looks like some Japanese. I enjoy organizing cards. I enjoy getting everything into the binders and finding all the cards that we need and seeing which ones we need and seeing which ones we have. I enjoy looking at the cards. That's always fun. And just kind of, you know, looking back on the cards that we have is fun too. It brings back a lot of memories from some of the adventures that we did to get them. I don't remember where all these cards came from. Kai probably has a better memory of that. As I get older, things start to fade quickly. But the memories with the cards and getting the cards, that never fades. The excitement of it all and the good times that we had doing it. It's all fun. I really enjoy doing the Pokemon cards with Kai, even though at first I didn't know anything about Pokemon and it just wasn't my thing. But I got into it, and I'm happy that I got into it. I'm really proud that Kai was able to kind of teach me this and kind of get me into a lot of these different cards and show me what they're all about. And then we started playing the Pokemon Go game. And then we just enjoyed all of the Pokemon aspect of it, I guess. And I'm excited that my son was able to do that. And I'm able to do it with my son. Some other cards here. Oh, this is a Greninja card. This has to be one for our set that we need. Our Greninja binder, which we will be building soon. We're getting down to the end of this box. There it is, TWM. YouTube, we finally found the Twilight Masquerades section of cards in here. Now that I've got both of those 2 big boxes sort of taken out and kind of organized here, and we've got all of our Twilight Masquerades here, I'm going to start sorting Twilight Masquerades. I'm going to organize them by type first, and then I'm going to organize them by number. That's just the way I feel like works best for me. If you guys have a better organization method, let me know in the comments down below. I'm always open to trying new stuff. That's the way my brain processes, and that's the way that I've been doing it, and I hope that it helps some of you guys if you got these huge stacks of cards and you're trying to organize. Except for 151. 151 is a set that does not work like that, so don't try it on 151. Just put them in number order because you'll end up with a huge disaster. Don't ask me how I know. Let's get these organized and let's start our Twilight Masquerades binder. So now that I've got all my cards sorted into type matchups, or typings I should say, so we got grass, fire, psychic, fighting, and so on, we have an easier way to sort of get these organized because they are in order of their typing in the binders or the card number, except for 151. And I'm not sure of any other sets that aren't in actual typing order and then number order. 151 is just number order. And it is a little bit difficult if you've been doing it this way and you got your brain trained for that. I made a few mistakes when I was doing the 151 binder. Starting with the lowest sort of number, which is, I believe, grass. We're going to sort grass into piles from 1 to whatever the end of the grass is. That way we can get all of them lined up in the right spot. And then we will integrate that into our box here with the rest of the Twilight Masquerade in number order that's sorted. Alright, they're all organized now, all the Twilight Masquerades from the cards that we had. Now we just have to integrate them into these cards here. So this whole side right here is all Twilight Masquerades. And I need to make sure that I put these cards here into this box here, so that way we can make sure that we have everything that we have in this box. So when we pick our cards for our binder, we'll be able to make our checklist at the end. Alright YouTube, that's all done. So now we've got it sorted all into number order, and we can start building our master set. And the way I like to do it when I build my master set is I like to kind of take this out here, put them in the middle, and then inspect sort of the cards, see which ones I want. Sleeve up the reverse hollows, and of course the art rares and secret arts, and then leave the basic cards into a non-sleeved position. That's what I used to do, but since I got these new VaultX binders, I would like to sleeve up every card that goes in this binder, because this is my master set. These cards will never get taken out, probably ever, and they'll just be in there fully protected. I'm gonna need a lot of sleeves, and what I need to find out is which sleeves will be best, because I'm going to put a sleeve on every single card that goes in the binder, since they are going to stay in there forever. So I bought some of these VaultX sleeves, these guys, and I'm not sure how these go. There is a pack of 100 sleeves in each one of these, and it's a total of 500 because there's 5 there. I have some sort of basic sleeves. I will be putting them in those, and that is these brand of sleeves. I did a review on these sleeves and some other sleeves, kind of showing what's beneficial about them and how they fit and the feel and the quality. Now, I haven't done a review on these sleeves comparing to these sleeves, so I will definitely be doing a video on that, so stay tuned for that. Let's get these organized and start building our Twilight Masquerades master set. Finally we're here doing this. I'm excited. This is exciting for me. I'm sure Kai's going to be super juiced about it once it's all done and he gets to actually flip through the binder and see all the cards that we have. Because that is something that Kai really likes to do, and that is something that most kids like to do, and that is something that I like to do, is go and see all the different Pokemon and all of the different cards there are in a nice organized binder, instead of just sitting in a box. The start of Twilight Masquerades Master Collection. YouTube, we finally got all of the Twilight Masquerades sorted, and it is this pile sort of right here. Those are all the cards that I have for the set currently. And it isn't complete, I'm sure of that. But when I was looking through this Twilight Masquerades book, which is the one that comes with the ETB, which is why Kai and I always try and get at least one ETB, because we want to open that up and get this book out of there. And the reason we want to get that book is because it lists every single card in the set on these pages, near the back and middle, I guess you could say. It tells you every single card here, from 1 all the way until the very last secret rare, which is this Luminous Energy at 226. Now, one thing that I noticed about these, which I never really paid too much attention to before this date, when people talk about master sets, what exactly does that mean? Does that mean just one of every card in the entire set? From basically, you need card number 1 all the way to 226 and just one of each of those? Or do you need one of every card, meaning that because they make a Tangela, this card right here, Tangela, according to the book, they make it in both a standard and a parallel, which is what the different colored boxes mean. A black box means it's a standard card. A blue box means it's a parallel card. What that means is one card should look like this, which is a standard card. Nothing special about it, no foil, no nothing. And then the other card should look like this, which is a foil version, or parallel as they call it. Reverse hollow is what the community mostly knows it as. Those are 2 cards, but they have the same exact artwork, same exact picture, just one is foiled and the other is not. So do you need to have one of each for a master set?
What are you talking about?
Kai and I were discussing this, and it seems as though the community deems a master set as just one of every card. So number 1, all the way to 226. You don't necessarily have to have the parallel or the reverse hollow for it. You could have just the Tangela with no hollow or reverse, or you could have a Tangela with the reverse hollow or the parallel. You don't necessarily have to have one of each. Now, I'm not really sure what a master set really is considered now. That's what I thought as well. It was just one of every card. And I didn't know that there was a parallel of pretty much every single card in the base set. The funny thing is, in this set here, just for example, there are hollow cards, which are referred to as ones that have the shiny part on the outside or the hollow effect on the rim in the Scarlet and Violet series. For example, the teal mask has both a hollow and a parallel. We've got a teal mask in the parallel right there. And we've also got the teal mask in hollow. And the hollow card has this sort of rim around the outside that is reflective and holographic. And the reverse hollow is what they call them, or parallels. Doesn't have that. It's sort of this overlay hollow on here. You can kind of see like a Pokeball in there a little bit, and the leaf and other stuff. Hopefully you guys can see that. Those are two of the same card essentially, same number, but two completely different cards entirely. For our collection, starting with the Twilight Masquerades collection, which I'm going to have to go back through all of my other collections and binders and redo them all and find out which cards we have hollows and parallels of, and regulars and parallels, because I want to get a complete master set, meaning every card in the binder, every card that they make for the set, for these collections. That's what I'm hoping for anyways. As I know it's going to take a long time to get, and maybe it's not really worth the time. Which leads us to why these VaultX binders are so neat. These VaultX binders, these large ones here, this size, the 12 pocket binders, they can hold a great amount of cards. So when we open this guy up right here for the first time, and starting to fill it for the first time, we can fill each page with 12 cards. The way I think I'm going to organize this binder with these parallels, I'm going to put one Tangela and then one Tangela parallel. It's going to have open spaces. We'll have Tangrowth and then the parallel. And that's how I'm going to build this binder, and then that's how I'm going to build all the rest of my master card sets. We are going to try and collect all of the parallels and the regulars, not just have one of every card number. Put down in the comments below, let me know, what is a master set? Is it something that's every single card in the entire collection, or is it just one of every number? Is that considered a master set? Let me know what you guys think about it. Kai and I kind of deemed it the master set, which means every single card they make, one through whatever the end is. I'm going to fill the binder and get this going, and then make a checklist to find out what cards that we need from here to finish our Twilight Masquerades master set. I know one card for sure that we need is the Greninja card. The Greninja SIR. That card is very difficult to get. We still have not gotten it out of all of these cards that we've opened here. This is all Twilight Masquerades right here. This whole side of this box. And I got my whole master set, well, the start of my master set right here. And these are all just doubles or duplicates of cards that we have already for the cards that I have taken out that we were organizing just a little bit ago. I'm going to put these cards from my MasterCard pile into this binder and organize it. When I start this, I am going to be putting every base card into the Ultra Pro Premium sleeve, and then I will be putting them into the binder. Now this VaultX binder seems like it fits these sleeves no problem. Sometimes binders don't fit certain sleeves, so you got to be careful of that. These are some kind of cheap sleeves that I just got, and they are pretty big. 2 5/8 by 3 5/8 inches, so they might not fit that well, and these are super cheap ones too. So I do like to use the little bit more premium ones, especially if they're going in my master set. These are great for just keeping them in the box. Let's do this. We've got Ariados right here, number 5. I don't have a parallel of Ariados. I'm going to grab my list and I'm going to write Ariados down here. Just like that. Ariados reverse, number 5. So that is one we need for our master card list. We got Sunkern over here. I'm putting these ones in here like this. I decided that I'm going to do it like this because I want it to be base, parallel, base, parallel, base, parallel, base, parallel, base, parallel, base, parallel. Now, the thing is when we get to the hollow page where we're going to have a hollow and a parallel. How are those going to go in? I think I'm going to go ahead and put the hollow in and then the parallel. And the reason for that is I want to have it kind of uniform. So always on the second column of the card, it's going to be the parallel. And the first card is going to be sort of the primary, even though the hollow is kind of more desirable than the parallel. I'm going to continue putting these cards in this binder. YouTube, I finished up the end of the leaf type or grass type Pokemon. And according to the manual here, or the book, card number 25 is a Teal Mask Ogerpon EX, which I don't happen to have at this moment in time. And I will put it down here on the list. We are continuing on with the fire type. YouTube, so far it's looking great. The binder really does look nice. I have all these done through water type Pokemon, I should say. And look at how good it looks. It just looks so good. I'm very excited about this, to be honest. The binder looks really good. The pages are nice and quality. The cards go in nicely. The sleeves fit nicely. Everything is just really nice about these binders. They have been built really well, and I'm very, very glad that I ended up finally being able to get some of these binders because I've heard a lot about them and I've been watching them, and finally they've been in stock and I got some, and I'm glad that I'm putting it together. The Twilight Masquerades set is the very first set going into a VaultX binder, and in this new organization of this 12 cards per page type of binder, where we will be able to see every single card we get doing a master set. I'm going to continue putting in the rest of these cards here. I'm going to be working on electric type energy. We got Shinx right there, and we will be putting in all of the electric type. Enjoying the process, enjoying all the aspect of the card collecting for Pokemon cards. YouTube, I finished all of my Psychic here in the binder for the Twilight Masquerade series. This list is growing and it looks pretty long. I'm very excited to show this to Kai because he's going to be able to finally see all of our cards that we have in the binders, and he's going to be able to enjoy that, and we're going to actually be able to enjoy it together. And I will reveal that to him when I reveal it to all of you guys. I've been working on this for like a few days now. The card project's ridiculous. I got cards everywhere out here. This is only one of the binders that I have to get done out of many because Card Party's coming up and we want to have this done as much as possible, as completed as much as possible. So hopefully when we go to Card Party, we'll be able to buy some Pokemon cards because Pokemon cards have been very difficult to find lately and we haven't been able to get a whole lot of them to open up on the channel, which is a little bit disappointing, but it does give me time to catch up on this while we wait for Card Party number 3, and I'm hoping that at that event we're going to be able to get some decent price Pokemon cards, because last year we were getting some smoking deals. I don't think that the hype last year was crazy as it was this year, but we did get a decent amount of cards for a fairly decent price. Okay, YouTube, it's been a while. We got all the base set of cards done. I don't have, I guess, too many secret rares for this set. I only have, like, this many, which is odd. I felt like we had a lot more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not even 7. Actually, just 5. So you have 5 of these secret rares, which doesn't sound right. I feel like I must be missing some cards somewhere. They must be in a box somewhere that I don't realize that they're in that box. Wow, that's not too good. Losing secret rares isn't exciting. Let me check the box one more time and see if it is in here. It's looking really nice, though. I'm very pleased that I was able to get these binders, as I said before, but I'm very pleased that I'm getting this done finally, because it's been a long time coming. I have been trying to get these done for a while. These cards and these card binders put into a binder where they should be. And again, I wasn't sure about that whole master set and master set, I guess we're calling this. We're calling it master set, which means every single card, including parallels, reverse hollows, whatever you use the term for, as the other card, not just this shiny one versus the non-shiny one, and having one of each. We're at 166 out of 167. So we're missing card number 167, so I have to put that down in our chart here. 167 appears to be Legacy Energy. It is one of those A-spec cards right there. I don't have that card at the moment. It's something that we need to look out for. I guess I do only have a few of these secret rares. They're not in the box there. I just checked. So let's get these guys put into the binder. These are going to be our last cards that are going to go in the binder. We have 174 out of 167. So here, to put these in, it's a little tricky. You got to count. And sometimes you get off count and then they all get messed up. It's kind of interesting that they put like these A-spec cards here, and then they have a gap, and then they have another one here, and then they have one over here. That's sort of weird. They're kind of not all in the same spot where I would think they would organize them into, but that's not the case. So 167, which completes the set, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So 4 is supposed to be here. And we're going to double check that because we don't want to have to move these again later. That if you've ever had that happen, where you got a card early on in the beginning that you got to move later, that is very disheartening because you spend so much time doing it and it just ends up being a mess. All right, 174 goes here. So we got 167, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that looks like it's in the right spot. And then we're going to move on to 190. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 190 should go here. And that is Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. I think they call this the SIR, the Secret Art Rare, Secret Illustration Rare. I think this is the SIR. Let's look it up. These books are really great. They tell you all about them. They're ultra rares. These are SARs, Secret Art Rares. Not SIRs, I guess. They're SARs. I guess. Secret Art Rares. Alright, so we got 192, which is going to go here, which is Hearthflame Ogerpon Mask. And then we've got 194, which is going to go over here, which is Wellspring Ogerpon Mask. I'm going to swap this sleeve here, because this is like a kind of cheaper, thinner one. And this one is a thicker one, so that one's good there. And we're going to put these card guard ones on, which have a pretty heavy gauge on them compared to the premium Ultra Pros. And I've been using these for these kind of special cards more and more, and I do like them. I did do a card sleeve video, and I will be doing an updated one now that I've got these VaultX sleeves. I want to see how these do. They are called Exact Fit, and they have them in millimeters instead of inches. And since these cards were designed in Japan, well, I guess I should say, since everywhere but the United States uses millimeters of the metric system, then it makes sense to put them in millimeters. This one's number 204, which is Carmine. Let's see, 94, 95, 96, 97, 8, 9, 200, 1, 2, 3, 4. So essentially this one is supposed to go here. Let's just double check that again one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 204. And there we are. That is all the cards for the Twilight Masquerades set that we currently have I'm going to have to go through the list here and find out which cards we need from the illustration rares and the art rares and the secret rares. And that might take a little while. And I am going to kind of try and look around to see if I can find out what happened to some of these other cards that I feel like I've seen that we have, but we don't have, and we'll see if we can find those. You know how I said I felt like I was missing some cards from the Twilight Masquerades set? Well, I opened up this box. On this little list, I put these sort of notes in here because I often will open and do a little piece of something with organization, put some cards in, take some cards out. Master Set Twilight Masquerade waiting for binder. Check box for update to Master Set. Now look at this. I have all these cards that I sorted out at one point in time. They're all part of the Twilight Masquerades series. They're all in number order. I've already looked through at one point in time and made a master-ish set for them. Oh man, so there's a lot of cards in here that I have that I'm gonna have to go through really quickly and see which ones I actually need to keep and which ones I need to put back in the binder. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I have like so many cards that I just don't even know what I'm doing anymore. So I'm going to pick up all these cards real quick. It turns out that at some point in time when I was organizing cards a while back, I had made a set of Twilight Masquerades. And now I have sort of like two sets. I've got the one in the binder that I just made during this video, and then I was kind of questioning myself, dude, do I really not have that many of the art rares? That's really strange. And I've got all of them right here. They're all ready to go into a binder. Every single card is in a sleeve. Now I gotta go through and check my checklist here and see which ones I got. After I found out that I had a complete other set, I have 46 more cards to add, and these are where all my art rares were. They were sitting in the box waiting to be loaded into the binder. If I had just opened up the box that they were in instead of just opening up another box and not checking everything, I would have had this whole set already done and just had added a few extra cards. That's okay. You live and you learn. Keep your cards organized right from the beginning and you wouldn't have to worry about it. I will get this binder revealed to you guys, and when I do that, I will be also revealing it to Kai so we can look at it together and we can share that with all of you guys as probably going to be our very first binder look video that we've ever done. So I'm excited for that. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys are enjoying what you enjoy doing, and I will see you guys a little bit later on the channel. And if you're enjoying the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, consider hitting the like button. If you want to know when I release the newest videos or updates of anything on Kai's dad's channel, then hit that bell button down below so you'll know some of the other things that I do as a dad. Alright YouTube, earlier on in the video, I was talking about when you mess up and you miss a card and you have to pull everything back out. And mine happened to be right here at the beginning, right at number 38, when I was putting those other cards in that I found. Can you believe that? So I called in some reinforcements. Kai, my boy's going to help me taking all these out again and putting them all back in.
He called for backup.